fuck is Erica Lynn? Because I want to say thank you, Erica Lynn.
Y'all, this edge control, every edge control I've ever came across, it will just curl up, poof up, I swear.
Erica Lynn just sent me a
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a message for the collective. Collective, my messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It will totally mean the world to me. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you're my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you're with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I'm unafraid, for your kingdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Align my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. For I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings that I need. I release all fear and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence now and forever. Amen. So we have a new chapter is opening for you. Energy shift alert. So we got a poll question that asks, did you feel the energy shift? Yes or no, or not sure. And the other thing is, how do I know my intuition is speaking and not my anxiety? So that's a poll question that is inside of the chat on YouTube. All right, a new chapter is opening for you. Energy shift alert. Collective message. Okay. All right. I don't know what's up with that, but okay. I feel like I got a snotty nose all of a sudden. Hey Greg, hey William. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. So we have collective message. The energy around you is shifting in your favor. What felt blocked is opening. What felt confusing is clearing, and what felt heavy is lifting. You're being guided to release what doesn't serve you anymore, habits, people, doubts, or fears. A new chapter is forming, one aligned with your purpose, your peace, and your highest self. Trust the signs, trust the timing, trust your inner knowing. You are protected, supported, and divinely guided. A breakthrough is coming. Stay open, stay grounded, stay grateful. Your blessings are on the way. All right, so one thing that is giving me is like a pile up. So it looks like this. You know how Christmas comes and then all of a sudden the mail is booked up, right? So it's like they're not getting it out fast enough. It looks like that. The chute, you know, I don't know if they have this or not, but that's what it's given. Like if I throw too many packages in the chute, eventually it's gonna clog it up. And so that's the idea, all right, behind this. So take it how it resonates for you. You may have been waiting on something and don't feel like it's coming, but you know it's a clog in the chute. We're gonna get it together, all right. Um, anyway, we got messages for each zodiac sign. So take it how it resonates for you. If you indulge in such things. So we got Aries, step into your power. Your main message, Aries. You're entering a season of bold decisions. Something you've been avoiding needs your leadership and courage. When you move, the universe moves with you. So for the masculine Aries, taking direct action, speaking your truth, and not settling for less. Your confidence becomes a magnet. For the feminine energy, trusting your intuition about who deserves your fire, allowing passion to flow naturally instead of forcing outcomes. All right, so we have Taurus here. Your stability is returning. You're rebuilding your foundation, finances, home life, and emotional grounding are strengthening. You're finally catching your breath. So for masculine energy, setting practical goals, handling businesses, and making smart long-term moves. Feminine energy, Taurus, nurturing yourself, creating comfort, and allowing abundance to find you instead of chasing it. Gemini, your voice is your superpower. Main message: a conversation, message, or communication brings clarity. Don't silence yourself. Speak your truth. Masculine energy, clear communication, boundaries, and taking charge of a situation through honesty. Feminine energy, listening deeply, expressing emotions, and letting your truth flow gently but powerfully. Cancer, protect your peace. The main message for you, Cancer, is your emotional energy is precious. Someone may be draining you. It's time to create healthier boundaries. So for the masculine Cancer, it says firmly saying no and reclaiming your time and removing your energy from chaos. Please and thank you. So for feminine Cancer energy, retreat, recharge, and letting your intuition guide who gets access to your heart. Leo, you're being seen. So the main message for you, Leo, is a spotlight, energy surrounds you, recognition, admiration, or attention is increasing. Step into your radiance unapologetically. So for the masculine energy, Leo, leadership, confidence, and taking charge of opportunities coming your way. For the feminine, Leo, attracting attention naturally, glowing effortlessly, and letting your charisma speak for itself. For Virgo, we have the main message, releasing the weight you're carrying. You've been overthinking, overworking, and overgiving. A cycle of stress is ending as you simplify your life. For the masculine energy, Virgo, delegating tasks, organizing efficiently, and setting firm limits. For the feminine energy, Virgo, resting, allowing ease, and trusting that perfection is not guaranteed or not required. All right, so Libra, we have balance is being restored, Libra. Da, 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 da. Your main message. A situation becomes fair. Something that felt one sided is shifting into harmony. So, for the masculine energy, Libra, taking responsibility for what you can control and create order in the relationships, okay? Take responsibility for what you can control and creating order in relationships. I might have ran that all together. Libra, feminine energy, allowing peace to flow in, choosing grace and letting alignment come naturally. Scorpio, transformation is here. Your main message, a deep emotional or spiritual shift is happening. You're shedding an old version of yourself and stepping into power. For the Scorpio, masculine energy, cutting cords, making decisions, making decisive changes, and acting fearless. For the feminine energy, healing, surrendering, and letting emotions purge so rebirth can occur. For Sagittarius, your freedom is expanding. Main message, new opportunities, travel, or a mindset shift opens your world. You're breaking out of your limitations, all right? Masculine energy, taking bold steps towards adventure, saying yes to growth, and initiating change. Feminine energy, following curiosity, trusting the journey, and letting the universe guide your next moves is important for you. Capricorn, your work is paying off. Your main message. You're entering a season of reward. Effort, discipline, and persistence brings tangible results. Welcome to Monday, everyone. Masculine energy, Capricorn, taking the lead, managing responsibilities, and claiming success confidently. Feminine energy, Capricorn, receiving abundance, letting support in, and embracing ease instead of working nonstop. Aquarius, your perspective is changing everything. So your main message, a mindset breakthrough helps you detach from past limitations. You're seeing the bigger picture clearly. Masculine energy, standing firm in your truth, rejecting conformity, and taking inspired action. Feminine energy, Aquarius, letting intuitive downloads guide you, embracing authenticity and flowing with change. Pisces, your intuition is spot on. The main message, you're receiving powerful signs, dreams, and synchronicities. Trust what you feel. Your spirit is guiding you. For the masculine energy, Pisces, acting on intuitive hits, making confident decisions based on inner knowing. Feminine energy, deep emotional awareness, divine connection, and surrendering to spiritual guidance. All right, I'm going to tell y'all something. For each one of those that I went over, it was almost hard for me to not interrupt the actual what was there to say something else in between there. So something else is missing, also all the information not being given. All right, because then the energy was keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't interrupt it. All right. So take it how it resonates. So affirmations for today. I am aligned, guided, and protected. I am aligned, guided, and protected. Everything meant for me flows to me with ease. Everything meant for me flows to me with ease. I attract peace, abundance, and divine opportunities. I attract peace, abundance, and divine opportunities. My energy is magnetic, and my presence is powerful. My energy is magnetic, and my presence is powerful. I release all fear and step into my higher self. Excuse me. I release all fear and step into my higher self. I trust the timing of my life completely. I trust the timing of my life completely. I hear water running, and I'm the only one here. Like it sounded like it was some drips or something. I deserve love, clarity, and everything good. I deserve love, clarity, and everything good. I'm becoming the version of me I always prayed for. I'm becoming the version of me I've always prayed for. Or I am the version of me that I have always prayed for. Take it how it resonates for you. My spirit is strong, my mind is clear, my heart is open. My spirit is strong, my mind is clear, my heart is open. I welcome blessings, love, and miracles into my life now. I welcome blessings, love, and miracles into my life now. All right, so a separation since we did masculine and feminine, divine feminine affirmations. I move with grace, softness, and strength. My intuition leads me to everything I need. I receive effortlessly because I am worthy. I honor my emotions and trust their wisdom. I am magnetic, radiant, and divinely guided. Masculine affirmations. Y'all can tweak them, take them how you want them, do what you will with them. I take aligned action with confidence and clarity. I am disciplined, grounded, and unstoppable. My presence commands respect and authenticity. I lead with purpose, strength, and truth. I protect my energy and stand firm in my power. And y'all can vice versa if you like, but since we did the masculine and feminine thing, we just did that. All right, so abundance and money affirmations. Money flows to me from unexpected and expected places. I am open to wealth, success, and overflow. My work and alignment create endless opportunities. I deserve financial freedom and security. I am a magnet for abundance in all forms. All right, love and confidence. I am enough as I always am. I am enough as I am always. I am enough as I always am. Take it how it resonates. Put it any way you like it. I choose to love, honor, and celebrate myself daily. I choose to love, honor, and celebrate myself daily. My confidence grows stronger every day. My confidence grows stronger every day. I attract people who value and respect me. I attract people who value and respect me. I shine unapologetically. I shine unapologetically. All right, we got protection and clearing. So, I am shielded from negativity. Only light surrounds me. My spirit is untouchable and divinely protected. I release all energy that is not mine. I release all energy that is not mine. I walk in clarity, strength, and spiritual protection. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. All right, so I told y'all at the beginning of this message, it is new chapters opening for you. Energy shift alert. So it was a question, did you feel the energy, right? And I said to y'all, sometimes the way something looks isn't exactly what's happening. So someone may be experiencing what they think is a blockage or delay, right? But this is the thing. And I explained it to y'all earlier. This is how it's showing. Like during Christmas time, when all the packages start to go into the mail, it creates a hindrance or a heavy weight on the postal system, right? So although you can have 1,006 gifts on the way, it's like it gets clogged in the chute. And so you may be thinking nothing is there. Hey, Mike, love you. You may be thinking nothing is there, but meanwhile, it's a whole lot of stuff that is being sent to you, offered to you, abundance and order and alignment. But this is the way it's also being given. And like I said, for some reason, there's something that also needs to be said in the process. One of the other things that I've been noticing, right, is I want to figure out the best way to explain it, because it's going to come off a little like, suppose you've been doing something, right? And your goal was initially to do this, right? Because I told y'all, I love creating content, right? One of my favorite things to do. It became different when now I have to sit in front of y'all and I have to now, because I'm advertising and doing TikTok shop and sales and things of that nature. So now it also goes into, I have to figure out a creative way that I want to sell this light, right? But because I create content, it's almost like this is my job, this is what I'm doing, but it's not like a job and this is what I'm doing. But this is the other thing, all right? So click that link down below to get you yours today. All right? It's not nothing link, but if it was, that's what I would be saying, right? Click that link to get yours below. And eventually it might say that, but, not right now. But that's not the point. The point of it is I got into it to be a content creator, for life decisions and everything else. So when you're doing it, it don't feel like work. All right. So little helpful tip for any of the people who are content creators and looking to get into TikTok Shop, right? So what I've learned doing TikTok Shop, and this goes with the message, so this is why I'm telling y'all. What I've learned about TikTok Shop so far is that you have to go behind the scenes. Did anyone have a problem sleeping Saturday? Going off your poll question. Oh, well, I was woke because I posted 1,006 videos, so there's my answer. Anyway, so I'm posting videos and things of that nature. TikTok Shop, right? Behind the scenes, there's videos and things that you also have to watch. So if you find yourself that you're on TikTok Shop and it's going a little slow, hey Ken, welcome to Monday. If it's going a little bit slow, take a look behind the scenes in the creator tools, right? Let me not lie to y'all, because I need y'all to be very clear, because again, this goes with the message. You'll see it in a minute, okay? All right.
I'm going to go give me a bag.
All right. So if you go here to the little shopping bag, right? It is a TikTok Shop Creator Center, right? So you hit the TikTok Shop Creator Center, right? And behind there, it tells you everything that is going on, right? So it'll say GMV, estimated commission, product views, things of that nature, right? But if you keep scrolling, it'll say like video tasks, right? So you can click on that and it'll go show you like the video tasks, video growth tasks. So in here, they want me to look at this and take the class, right? Now with any big platform, you would expect for, it to be lessons and things of that nature. So what they're not saying, or what maybe some of the creators should also be telling you is, the more you learn, the more you know, the more you grow. So the more you go behind the scenes and take a look at the things that are in there and complete the assignments and the task, they're more apt to push you a whole lot faster. Which makes sense. It's like school when you graduate, or like life as you elevate or you ascend. The more information you obtain, or the more you get to know the system that you are, playing with, the more things you find out. So look at this. Oh, let me not be cussing. So look at this, right? It wasn't a cussing moment. I was just getting excited. Anyway, so you started it for this because this is what you're excited about. This is what you do. It wasn't really a big thing for you to do that, right? So maybe the sales or the conversion of sales could be one of the issues that we all may work with, or have from the beginning, right? But again, the more we know, the more we advance, the more we accelerate. And nobody's going to tell us, because everybody out here is chasing their own bag, or if they do tell us, they'll skim over some of the information. Correct? Amen. Yes, they will. All right. And it's not for them to spoon feed us, and it's not for them to tell us, what to do. All right. On the flip side of that, recently, a whole lot of creators got kicked out, right? Got kicked off of the platform. Again, it goes with the message. A new chapter is opening up for you. Energy shift alert. So we can't beat the algorithm, but we can alter it or change it, right? To make them notice, right? So I'm going to just give you my little spiel on why I think some of that happened. So we have to know the system that we're working with. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know either. All right. I have to sometimes check to make sure I can do this, that, or the third. But they do have classes to make sure we don't have to do that. And so that could be where a lot of our issues coming in, that we're not taking the time to do the classes. We're just jumping in it because, hey, there's a need, there's a want, there's a something that we feel like, is good here for us to do, right? Or not for nothing, it could be that we accidentally stumbled into this because we love creating content. So, hey, why not? Let's do, TikTok Shop sales, right? All right. Because it's beneficial, and I'm gonna tell you why. All right, so we take some of the courses, we figure out, what it is that we need to do. The more advanced we become in the classes, and the more the algorithm sees that we are actively participating in whatever it is they're showing us. But what happened recently was, and I'm very curious to find out, and so I'm probably gonna have to make sure that this part of this. Oh, can y'all share the live, please and thank you, and also tap the screen, please and thank you. Tap 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 tap. I know y'all don't got time to be sitting here tapping no screen, but guess what? If you love me like I love you, they want you to tap the screen. It helps me, which helps us all, because guess what? The more love I get and the more beneficial it becomes, just like these things that I'm telling y'all. One hand washes the other. Please and thank you. So what happened, I think, not too sure, but it feels like it could have been the thing. That lady that started the trend of, this group and that group, and it grew so fast because everybody was just spinning off of, what it was, and liking and everything else, which is great because everybody should be able to win. Everybody should be able to be here, right? But the thing is, if those views don't match them numbers, and what a lot of people were doing was just clicking the link, follow, rinse, repeat, keep on going. And then when you hit a certain amount of, you're saying that, I done did this great trick on getting, to this number. But meanwhile, your views don't match what you just did, because these people are not watching or, engaging in any of your content, which now allows the algorithm to see that you just did some fakery, because that's what that was. Watching the content that's being produced is also a thing, and a lot of people probably didn't even have any videos or things of that nature on their page. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I'm guessing that could be potentially one reason why a lot of that stuff happened. So putting in the work or doing anything is important. So now, let me tell y'all something else. And again, apply it to your life or wherever you wish to put it, right? You go into it for one goal because you want to reach, this amount, because you want to be able to, take care of your life. You want to be monetized. You want to be whatever, right? And that's with anything in life. You set this goal, right? It could be that I wanted this job. I want to advance to this level. This is what I feel as though is going to be success, right? Because success is only based off of what you think it is or what somebody else thinks it is. Somebody else may be thinking they got the most poppin'est job in the world, and I could give a flying, because not really what I wanted to do, so I could care less. You see what I'm saying? So based off of that, your success is your success. All right, you get into it because you want to hit this goal, 10,000, and you are working towards that goal. Meanwhile, there's another route that also you didn't know, but you accidentally stumbled upon it, or you may have known and you got involved in it. So you started doing a TikTok shop and this, that, and the third. And then you realize that once you started getting behind the scenes, there are rewards given for you participating in certain activities, and you don't have to have this in order to participate in a certain activity. You have to just have this, whatever the requirements are behind the scenes. So now there's a whole nother bracket that you done entered into unbeknownst to you, because you actively shot for this goal, but God was going to make sure that you hit the mark either way. And so it's kind of like, those incoming blessings, them prayers, those tears, those things that you send up into the universe, and you're like, God, I'm trying to, switch jobs, or God, I'm trying to get into this house, or God, I'm trying to get out these streets, or God, this, that, or the third, and it feels like it's going slow, right? Meanwhile, God been listening the whole time. But whatever avenue that's being taken via the mail, via carrier pigeon, via whoever the hell was supposed to take the assignment and come in, may have been a little delayed, okay? And again, we keep saying delayed is not denied. Sometimes the route gets changed, the route gets changed, and you may have to take a left instead of a right because, you got up there and that left was closed. But meanwhile, incoming, the blessing is still, yours to have. And like I said, with a chute, a laundry chute, or a pipe, you put too much toilet paper in it, or you put something in it, like a lot of blessings falling out of the sky all at one time, and it could be a thing where it could potentially just be stuck. It's incoming still, especially if you know and you have faith. We keep talking about, if you know that something is for you, what's for you will always be for you. Cannot be taken, cannot be corrupted, cannot be changed by whatever it is they're doing. It's the same thing. Either way, that's the way it was being given to me, that everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. All right, that's the song that just came out of nowhere too. So everything's gonna be all right. So another thing was paying attention to every little detail. So it's the other part in crossing your T's and dotting your I's, reading the fine print. So y'all be mindful, because new job, new contract, new house, new contract, new energy, new spiritual contract, new anything means also new contract. What are you willing to do for this thing? Or at what cost will this be? Right? So suppose you come in and, this could pertain to a job or a situation, right? Where you get ready to go and work somewhere else. Or you're supposed to be in a certain field, right? Particular field. And everything points to that particular field, right? And I'm talking about myself, for instance, because, everything points to that particular field, right? But then because of a need or something else, you notice that something else makes money faster, right? Because I did this. And so I detoured. I went and I did the thing that made money faster. And it made money, but it technically also was a setback. Because the thing is, I ended up back in the same location, position, point where they wanted me at from the beginning. We told you spiritually this was your direction. I chose to go do this and went off on a whole nother path. Guess what? Accident after accident after accident. Like, it was weird. It was a strange turn of events, but it was basically the universe saying, I told you this. This was the direction. And yeah, you can go over here and do this, but guess what? You may have made money over here doing this, but it also was a setback, because now you have to take that time that you lost when, the accident happened and this, that, and the third, to now try to even, pivot and put yourself back where you already were at this particular time on this particular pathway, because this is the damn pathway. Don't move from this pathway. Stay on this pathway. Stay the course. It's going to work. And if you know that about a particular situation, then I'm talking to you. Stay the course, especially if you know that it's going to work, especially if you already been redirected back to the same exact thing over and over and over again. We waste so much time by second guessing ourselves when the first answer was the right answer. And now it's 1, 2, 3 years later, and you're, put back in the same path, because this is the location. This is where I need you at in order for the next, crossroads or the next pathway that you're going to intercept, or that's going to intercept, whatever section of, the right and left direction that you're supposed to go in. But it is trusting your intuition and sticking to it, even when. Hey, Majestic Grace, welcome. Thank you for being here. Love you. How was your weekend? All right. So the energy around you is shifting in your favor. What felt blocked is opening, what felt confused is clearing, and what felt heavy is lifting. The other thing, don't ask the universe for something that you're not ready for or you don't want. Because just be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. And so now I have another question for y'all. Because I see everybody talking about, all the people and all the stuff, right? If you were given everything that you've ever wanted right here, right now, would you still be a good person? Because you have to think that also you being granted everything that you've ever wanted right here, right now, your options change. Your situation or circumstances that are existing now don't matter. Now it is too easy for you just to be able to grab, order, obtain. And that changes a lot of people's behavior. And so, not for nothing, I'd like to think that I would still be a good person because I'm pretty much even on the, Richter scale. But who knows? Either way, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. So be mindful of your boundaries. Be mindful of your morals. I would still be a good person, but I won't tolerate riffraff. I know that's right. Period. I like the riffraff part because that's anybody or anything. And period. Figure it out. You. All right. Either way, I like the riffraff part, Majestic Grace. So don't ask the universe for something that you're not ready for, because I feel like you're about to be put to the test. Here it is. Now, what you gonna do with it? What do you do? Because at this moment in time, the mistakes that could potentially be made should only be being made by you. So the equivalent of the universe opens up and the universe says, here you go. I'm going to allow you to make decisions on this. And this is everything that you have. And then there's people there and they start making decisions for you. And a lot of people will say no, but sometimes we all walk right into them without even knowing. But this is where we have to have discernment. This is where we have to pay attention. And this is where we have to watch how people are talking to us, right? So once upon a time, not so long ago, somebody called me and they said, so what you doing for such and such and such and such, right? Unbeknownst to me, that was the invite and the decision was already made. It wasn't made by me. So watch how people insert, okay? Because that is a thing. Thank you, Abby Grace, because, girl, it was looking slim pickings over there. They had me at 0 for a long time. And mind you, I done been here since 8:15 on the dot. No, it might have been 8:16. Either way, 8:15, 8:16. I showed up on time, and they still had me at, like, bitch, what you thought? All right, so be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, because energy shift, right? And remember, we have to see the silver lining of everything. So when one thing is happening, so is the other. You may feel like, shit may be out of whack, messed up, da-da-da-da-da. But on the flip side of that, what is it? And why do you think, why are you saying that, right? So something that keeps being reiterated to me. When you ask for something and it's given to you, it is your responsibility, not nobody else's, to cater to that thing. And I'm going to use me, for instance, because again, I'm going to just, we already talking. I want to be a content creator, right? I am a content creator. A streamer, right? I am a streamer, right? So how successful or not I am at that job is my own, whatever. So again, if I'm setting dates and times, like I'm supposed to be here at 8:15 every morning, I need to be on time at 8:15 every morning. Why? That builds, character. It is also a pattern. It's consistency. It also lets people know that, oh, she's going to show up, right? So if I'm all wishy-washy all over the place and this, that, and the third, it's my own fault. All right. So, a lot of us will say, oh, they're messing with the algorithm. They're doing this, that, and the third. And we know that they do that, right? Because, again, based off of, this, that, and the third, and they'll say they not, but, but give yourself a fighting chance. That's what I mean by that. So whatever it is that you're doing, thank you, Mike, please. Thank you. Look, thank you, Chico, period. Give yourself a fighting chance. Because, of course, we already have multiple things against us as a spiritual entity, a spiritual being. We got the energy, we got the algorithm, we got the minions, we got the demons, we got the devils, we got the, loved ones and everybody else all in between. It's enough energy that says, you'll say, oh, I want to be a rocket scientist. And, they'll be like, well, your grades are not high enough to be, instead of, what do I got to do to get your grades or get you to where you need to be to achieve that thing? They'll automatically start putting the negative into your head, because why would I want you to be a rocket scientist? That's going to show me all the shit that I wasn't doing for myself. Your success or lack thereof don't have nothing to do with anyone else. But there are a lot of people out here in the world who will want to take some type of, accolade home, or sticker or certification home for you being the greatest you that you can be. Meanwhile, you wake up early in the morning, you take your kids to work or school or, wherever they're going. And period. Thank you, Chico. You take your kids to, school, you get everybody dressed, you get yourself dressed, you come home, you do whatever it is you got to do around the house, or you go to work, or you do whatever it is you got to do around the work, around there. It's so many different jobs, so many different hats we all wear, right? And when we get to determine what it is or who we want to be, right? So, not for nothing, and I know y'all might be tired of me bringing this up, but I gotta keep putting it in the forefront of people's minds until the situation kind of mellows out. Anyway, y'all know I got a stalker, right? So for some reason, the other day, out of nowhere, somebody tags me in somebody else's post, which I make sure that my settings are to where I have to approve it or whatever first, right? So some man. And again, this could be weird and random or absolutely nothing, but nothing is ever absolutely nothing or just weird or just random or anything else. It is just another sign as to don't allow people to insert, because whoever this is tried to insert. So, this person's name is McLeod or something. Mentioned you in a comment. Tag me, Talisha L. Herman. I hope you can find peace. I found it. Been having it for a long time. That's why I don't let y'all, nasty energies come over here all unprovoked, fucking around. But it always makes me laugh when somebody that I don't know, or somebody that thinks they know me because I sit on the internet, can tell me that they hope I find peace. I don't know what that is. It's weird. Because I didn't ask you, and you don't know if I'm peaceful or not. And just because you come all unprovoked, wanting to insert, and I say no. Like, y'all do realize no is a whole sentence, a whole statement. The answer is no. I also had a lady the other day come out of nowhere. This is how a lot of stuff happens. This is how the stuff gets started, right? A lady out of nowhere came to my page And because one of my videos on Facebook is now gaining traction, so there's a lot of people that are brand new to my page, right? Every day it's like this person follows you from a reel, so I'm getting hella friend requests from reels, which is great because again, I asked for this, right? So we're not going to complain about something that I asked for. The thing is the lady came out of nowhere, and again, not something I could stop, not something I could care about, because she has to worry about her own shit. But people will come unprovoked, know nothing about you, and instantly start this, right? So the lady came out of nowhere and she tells me, I need help. Now, she wasn't lying. Because, yeah. But the thing that she inserted herself into, that she was telling me that I needed help, she was basically trying to talk down to me. And because I said, I don't like you. My energy will never like you. My energy don't have to like you. I don't hate you or anything else, but I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I know what repels and I know what is accepting. And so the conversation that was being had was, I was telling y'all about when my energy didn't like somebody, but like the radio, when the thing gets played and over and over and over again, you didn't like the song on the first day. You heard it, it was trash. But because the radio station played it 11 times because they got paid to pay them or whatever the hell, however it gets done or not, to play it over and over again, because ain't no way y'all just playing that shit over and over again because y'all like it. Either way, the point of it is by the third week, you're in the car, and then you realize that you were singing to the very song that you said you didn't like 3 weeks ago. But they played it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again in your head until you started liking it. Anyway, it was in reference to me saying that when I was younger, I met some people, didn't like them, energy didn't like them, but because they was around some people that was around some people that was around some people, they got to be around enough for my energy to kind of, subside. But meanwhile, later on, those same people were the people that ended up dicking me anyway. My energy was right. So although she came over talking and, not realizing that I'm being stalked by something and some other stuff, like, lady, sit your ass down and enjoy the show. Like, figure out what part we are on in this series, in this chapter. Because, ma'am, it's been some real weird, turn of events around here, and you're going to need to understand what you talk about before you talking, because otherwise, when you came over here, it looked like you victim shaming, because we always going to be victorious, but in the process, if you talking, SHIT about somebody doing something to me, and I need help because a person came out all unprovoked, because, yeah, I do need help. Like, get them. If you can get them, then you get them. I mean, I'm not judging who gets them. Somebody just get them. And I don't want them talking to me. Okay? Hey, Mr. Steele, welcome. Thank you for being here. But either way, right? Another side of, the situation, because in the process of that, God said, you asked for that. So you do realize it's going to be a run on your energy very soon, because you already starting to see from the little fruits of this thing accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. But you asked to be a great content creator. Do you know how many people are going to have their eyes on you at any given time, or just the things that you have done? So it's going to be people that's coming. They're going to be looking. They might be a little bit weird. Some of them might be a little bit strange. Because again, we all have whatever it is that we have. I'm a little weird. I'm a little strange. I'm, probably all the things that I may be saying. And again, I keep trying to tell everybody, I'm not perfect. Today was the first day that I heard myself say some cuss words that made me like, oh, you need to stop cussing. Because what happened was, I put at the beginning of the YouTube, they have this little thing where it's like a little reel where y'all can come in when I set up like pre-recorded stuff. And the one that I clicked, I was, doing a whole lot of cussing. I took it down. But that was the first thing that made me realize, again, another change. Because y'all also heard me say, I mean, I waited my whole entire life to say a cuss word. Like, it seems like it adds the sauce. But now y'all hear me today saying, I cringed at myself when I chose that as the beginning intro to the show, knowing that I got a whole lot of new people over here, and that's gonna be their first introduction to Monday morning 8:15. This bitch out here cussing. And I was. But I said, you're gonna have to stop cussing, ma'am, because it made myself cringe. Like, no, ma'am, you can't do that. Do you see what I'm saying? So the more elevation, the more growth, the more, and I ain't going to say I'm going to stop cussing all the way, but I'm going to just say that it made me take note. That is not the behavior that you want your first impression to be upon. Look at God. Won't he do it? And he will. So again, I'm growing. I'm learning. I will change multiple times. People will come out of the woodwork. That's another thing. Like if somebody come out of the woodwork with a 20-year-old story about me, y'all gonna be like, oh, that's a whole lot different than, yeah, I was a whole lot different. I was 20. It's some shit that I did at 20 that, I might not do now. But then again, it may be some stuff that I do at 20 that I had a good time at. I might stand 10 toes down on it. Like, you know what I mean? Why you in my business? I was 20. But you do also know that when you decide that you want to level up and you decide that now God is changing you, people will want you to be the same. They will say, oh, this person used to be, yeah, keyword used to be, stupid. Does that mean now? No, a person has 20 years of growth on something. So I may have yesterday on something. You see what I'm saying? Because yesterday I was cussing fine. Now today I hear a cuss word and I'm saying, ma'am, you might have to stop cussing around here. When you see it is when you're meant to hear it, and when you are meant to hear it is when you're meant to see it. Only you could do it. Only they could do it. I can't take control of nobody else's behavior, and nobody can't take control of my behavior, but also in the process, we're talking about a new chapter is opening, an energy shift. So when something is at an ending, it's also a brand new beginning. When something is at a beginning, it's also at an ending. And whether or not you want to look at it like that, that's just the way that it is, all right? Sorry. So as of now, we had in the chat, let me see. So we had in the chat, did you feel a recent energy shift? 71% of the people said yes, 14% said no, and 14% said not sure. Mr. Steele said, the art of language shapes, forms, and informs the energy and atmosphere that an individual is or has currently been in, and period. That is a fact, because now I'm learning. Elevation says you can't use those words, over here. Like if I'm just kicking it with my friends, that also could be something different. That's another reason why I don't want people to ever think or get it misconstrued that I am, perfect by any means, because if God puts me to the tune of you can't cuss or you can't, do certain things, because like now it might start mild. Somebody may dig up a whole slew of cuss words that I didn't had before, whenever. But meanwhile, I'm sitting in front of y'all saying I'm now going to actively work on my cursing, right? So in 5 years from now, I could be not cursing at all, right? And you know what somebody will go do? Dig up the videos where I used to cuss a whole lot, and then they'll say, oh, this is the person. Yeah, it is. I was cussing then, I'm not cussing now. Or I'm half-ass cussing, because I could be cussing, when I'm hanging out with my friends, but when I come to sit online or when I'm doing something, because when I do ads, that was the other thing. When I'm doing ads, I accidentally cussed in one of my ads, guess what? Got rejected. And mind you, that's because I'm not just doing actively ads over here. I do ads in several different places. And although I can cuss over here, you can't curse over here. And it's nothing worse than you losing something because of, a cuss word. And although I didn't lose anything, it was take it down and redo it. But I lost time. Well, I did lose something. I lost time. I lost time, energy, and money. Because the video had to be taken down because I cussed. And although these people say I can, those people say I can't. Do it right the first time. Crossing T's, dotting I's. I don't really want to waste too much time. I feel like, it's been long enough. And that goes to show, or goes to say a lot, because when you're growing and where you're elevating, where you came from, like he said, and where you're going could be two different locations, two different places, two different sets of people, two different, da-da-da-da-da. This requires growth, but it is your growth. It's not that you're being forced to do something because I asked to be here. You see what I'm saying? So if you ask for that job, or you ask for that house and that neighborhood, there's some things that you can't do in this neighborhood that you could do in that neighborhood. This neighborhood requires that you cut your lawn, or this this area requires this. So that's the thing. People remember and judge us from the point at which we first interact, regardless of how we change and grow, yet change is the only constant. And that's the thing. And so there's another thing, like even being in relationships. What this person tolerated in a relationship and what this person will tolerate in a relationship is two different things. It's like me saying, when initially, I became a revert, and then all of a sudden it was a run on my energy with this group of people and this group of people and this group of people. And one of my messages and one of my, it was very clear. You're not to intermingle with these groups of people. Why? Because I'm not supposed to learn bad behavior. And that may sound weird because, I have a lot of bad behavior, but my bad behavior was already up until this point. I'm fresh and new and clean when it comes to this. So don't start having all these impressions on you. And so you wait until you get a husband to be this, or to choose, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, because by that time your husband will be training you to do da 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 da. I mean, I didn't even know it was so many groups of this, that, or the third. So that was even important. So even when it comes to, like, the simplest, down to the simplest things, there are behaviors or there are lessons to be learned, just even throughout life. And like Mr. Steele pointed out, the art of language shapes, forms, and informs the energy and atmosphere. The individual or has where you been or where you're going. And so I want to elevate. I want to grow. Of course, I'm changing. Of course, I'm going to be different. What if you learned something before and then you find out that that wasn't the way? Then you're going to submerge yourself into what you know to be the right thing or to be the right way. And so people that, matter will understand that. People that don't matter are not going to understand it. They're just going to want you to be their idea or their perception of, or sometimes, y'all, it's just as simple as a person don't want you to be better than what they know. Like, you wasted up. You didn't give me that. I didn't even have it for myself. I had to learn that. And I wasn't going to learn that with you, or I wasn't going to learn in that environment, because if I was, I would have learned it. So I'm going to give myself grace to know that every situation or every set of circumstances is something different, something new that I'm to elevate and I'm to grow. So that's what you had for me, for me to learn and, teach. But now I'm going to learn and grow in a different way with something or someone else, and get a better understanding of maybe, even some other things. I don't know. The point of it is we don't know until we're going through it. And if you ain't never going through it, then you ain't going to know. You're just going to be out here talking about something that you've never experienced. It's like when I tell people all the time about going through the dark night of the soul. Like, I hear people say, oh, it wasn't that bad. Well, I don't want to talk to you. You want to know why? Because my shit was traumatic. It was the most beautiful experience, but I don't know where not that bad at is, because, like, I lost a lot in that, but I also gained so much more. So like it may be a wonderful thing that you elevated, you grew, but y'all like I just felt like I shed my whole set of skin. And it wasn't a great thing. That transformation was tough. So unless you know that, unless you know what it feels like to be gang stalked, I don't want to hear what you're talking about. Because a person can say, oh, it's, it wasn't that bad. Ma'am, what type of gang stalking did they do for you? Did they just come and knock on your door? Was they playing around your house? Was they doing, like, did you have to worry about whether or not everything in your house was being recorded? Like, if you don't know that trauma, or you don't know that, whatever that is, how you going to talk to me about anything? You're going to always want to give, the most, oh, it wasn't, yeah, it was fucked up. It was sad. For me, mostly though, because when you don't know who you can trust, including your own family, that's crazy. I grew up around my family. I grew up like that. Those are the only people who are supposed to have your back, like thinking that. And then you figure out in the world, you ain't got nobody because you don't know who is doing what. The word sacrifice is that for a reason. And of course, like nobody really is going to sacrifice the something that they don't love, because they tell you that when it's going to be a real sacrifice, guess what? They want the thing you love the most. And mind you, guess what? When it was my turn, guess what I gave them? Me. You can have me. Because they ain't going to be able to go through the amount of what I can go through. So I also understood why my test was going to be so hard. Because that's never the answer. It has to be somebody else. No, I'll give you me. That's what I got for you. But everybody ain't that way. Everybody will definitely, when it was their turn, guess what I thought they did? Everybody put my name in the thing, because she say she the golden child. She say she the favorite. So yeah, I'll do it. Even in the process of that, he said, he said I didn't even trust myself sometimes. And mind you, that was the only thing I had. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it wasn't for me being able to trust myself, listen, so many times I thought I could have been bugging. But the fact of the matter is, I know I'm a solid ass individual. That was all I had, was me and God. Like, that's why I knew I wasn't tripping, because how can you be tripping when you do better than all of these like I do? Like, you will put in the work. Can't nobody say that. I done sat around people, they can be as lazy as they want to be, and guess what? I will still be doing the work. And whether or not that's good or bad, that allowed me to be able to trust, but I done been to the point where I didn't trust myself though too. And I gave y'all the example of that. Because me also being a smart individual, when I got in trouble because I used my gifts to help somebody else, and God said, you get somebody else to do it since you so smart, I'm not going to, give your every whim when you speak to the universe. I'm not going to do that. Now you figure it out. And y'all know what I told y'all I did? I literally sat in front of y'all and I told y'all that was the moment that I tricked my mind into don't do the first thing, do the second thing. And that shit worked. And then I started, don't do the first thing, do the second thing. That's how I started not being able to trust myself. And so I done had both experiences, but the fact that I knew that I'm a solid ass bitch. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't never been faulty. Can't nobody say that. They can say she a hoe. They can say she a gold digger. They can say she ain't messing with no broke niggas. They can say all this stuff they want to say. But they can't say, I ain't a solid ass individual. Period. Either way, energy change, level up. You may be feeling a little bit different than you was yesterday, the day before. You may be feeling a little bit different tomorrow. It may be upgrades, it may be changes, it may be just a lot of stuff happening all at one time. Nah, for real. Even though I'll second guess myself and God will show me I was on point. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Each one is like, but that's the thing. You knowing you are a solid individual, even when you get tested or you get those tests where it's like, you ain't gonna break and you ain't gonna fold when it comes to no fuck shit. But I feel like that's get ready to be the test. All right. So just so y'all know, should be happening. When one thing exists, so does the other. Don't discount you yourself, your worth. Don't discount the opportunities because you deserve them. Anything that's being given. And also, show them what you got. Like, honestly, if you showing up, show up. Don't do it mediocre. Do it all the way. Go above. They tell you 35, shit, do 40. Like, let them know why you got chosen to be here. Let them know why you are the one. Why it is that everything is happening the way it's happening. Because again, people will discount you, second guess you, even fucking go as far as saying that you can't do it. Because they hoping that you can't. You got it. Mind you, again, people come out of nowhere all unprovoked. Like, it's like the thing, have an amazing day, everyone. Talk to you later, Mr. Harmon. See you later, Mr. Steele. It's like the thing where I post stuff on Facebook now, right? Because, you know, again, stuff is moving the way it's moving. So everything is popping right now, right? And so people don't realize a lot of the videos that they're responding to and talking to done happened weeks ago, right? It's just that now y'all are getting the information. This is why I tell y'all all the time about having all the information. So yesterday I posted, you know, where everybody can find me because, you know, we're going to try to seamlessly sew this thing up because people don't go looking here and there, right? And plus the stuff that they're commenting on, they don't realize, you know, you don't have all the information in a situation. So it's easy to want to comment all reckless, you know, not knowing everything, but sometimes we need to pump our brakes and just fall back and see, you know, where something came from and why something is happening, because otherwise you don't want to come off looking like boo-boo the fool out here for anything. And it's not about proving nobody wrong. It's about being who you know you are. And that's a fact. And the failure ain't it. And that is not even an option. Like, even at the beginning, because I keep trying to tell y'all, we already know you win whatever this is because it's your version of whatever it is. So whether or not you stop right now, shit, that's what you wanted, that's it. You win either way. Nobody else is tied to your destiny. Nobody else is tied to your, you know, landslide. Nobody else is tied to it. There's so many people that think they are. But at this moment in time, it's almost like cords cut. Everything is, you know, whatever it is. And you can try to lasso. You can try to do whatever you want to do. But at this point, I know I'm in control of the situation and you're not authorized. Never going to be authorized. The authorization key should never, ever fall into your hands or anything else because you can't even hold what I got. Okay? So that's the other thing. And that's for anybody, because y'all have to understand you are the only you. Your signature, your energy signature is the only you. I don't give a damn what these people think they got, how they got it, where they got it from. You are the only you that exists. Ain't nothing they can do with you. They may mimic, they may try to do a lot of things. It'll never be done because they will never possess what you are able to possess. End of story. Magic trick over. Put that in your pocket. There is no other you that exists. No matter how they try to, put the hair on, put the scarf on, put the wig on, put the, the sneakers on, put the whatever y'all suits are, there's no other energy signature that matches yours. When your energy signature is gone out of, whatever vicinity or the aura, everything starts to melt away and the real truth behind the matter is shown. So goes for every individual. It don't matter. That's why some of us are easily accepting because we already know the energy signature. And so, how some people will say, you will never find another me. Thank God. Your energy signature is trash. Your energy signature is trash. And so it's yours, but we know it. Your mama know it. Your daddy know it. And everybody else. So that's another reason why people are mad, because your energy signature is your energy signature. Their energy signature is their energy signature. And whether or not they want it to taint it or not is up to them. Remember I said to y'all, these people running around here have so much power that, are doing whatever they're doing, right? And every day, instead of them waking up and doing something that could change the world for a positive and like a miraculous turn of events, they wake up every day and try to figure out how to be a nastier individual. That's gotta be fucked up. That's gotta be sad. Because ain't no way you mean to tell me I became the leader of the free world and all I could do was to figure out how to suppress the people? That makes me sad for his energy, because, or anybody's energy that's like that, or anybody that hangs out with that, because y'all mean to tell me y'all could have did wondrous things with fruits, placing fruits on the earth. Y'all could have did wonderful things with land. Y'all could have did amazing things just for the world to be left in an amazing state. And you chose to make Mother Nature, the place where we all have to live, you chose to make her sick. You chose to make the residents sick. Instead of being a stand-up individual and telling everybody what it is, this is what we got left, people. This is what we got left. And so this is what we could do with it. But instead of that, every day your delusion is, I want a pinky in the brain. I need to rule the world. And I gotta rule it with an iron fist. Like, y'all fail to realize people will volunteer for anything. You don't have to rule nothing with an iron fist. If there's a cause and somebody wants to get involved in it, these people will lay down their life for the cause that they want without you having to force it. Just like I said, even about people going to something as simple as jury duty. Why is you fucking with me when it's a whole group of people that will volunteer to go to jury duty? I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, but if you lived in a society where people knew it was going to be honest, I feel like you would get a whole lot better, experience, earth school experience, if you did it the opposite way. Because whatever this is don't seem to be getting us anywhere. So to me, you don't feel like crisscross applesauce, reverse it, turn it back upside down, or however, whatever y'all was doing on this side, stop that and go the other direction. It's time to start planting food around here. It's time to get those corporations out of there. It's time to do the right thing. It's time to be a stand-up individual, have some morals and some values in some situations, especially when you claim you hold so much power. Like, if you hold so much power, you don't have to force nobody to do nothing. Tell the people what it is. So to me, that's what makes a good or bad individual, if we gotta place it into that. But just morals and values just being a thing, because if you wake up every day and your morals and values tell you that kill, still destroy, I don't think you're a good person. But anyway, on another note, there are some things that I've been paying attention to and I've been seeing, and it kind of, I don't know. Free will is a motherfucker. Only because, so I watched a couple of videos where I don't know where this place is. Maybe it's over there where they saying that you can't, pray to God or believe in Jesus or any of that. But do y'all know that there's places where they don't believe in God or Jesus, and it seems like, I don't know what that is, because there's not a way that a person cannot make me believe in God or, a divine spark, right? Because it just, there's some things that have happened that lets me see that, right? But just also imagine you lived in a place where it was illegal. I don't know. It's a lot of things that's happening, but some of the things I never thought that I would see or even know that existed. Either way, y'all, new chapters opening for you. Energy shift alert. That's the message. I will see y'all back here, but I'll be doing products. So just so y'all know, I got Cyber Monday products, and I love y'all and thank y'all for being here. Also, it went up to 62% yes, 12% no, and not sure. But that also tells me energy shift is more feminine energy, because that was also a underlying hidden thing, as part of the algorithm being even shown, right? So when it was being done, the flower was and I don't know why it, was the same exact way. So it could have just been based off of the yes or the no also. But the flower was the feminine energy, the fire was the masculine energy, and the in between was basically, not sure. Like it could have went either way. So more feminine energy being displayed today. Anyway, I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. And if there's anything that is that y'all are looking for the people who are shopping, like I said, for Christmas, click that link down below in my store, the TikTok store. Y'all go browse around there. Thank you, Chico. You have a good day. Anybody that's not shopping and you're standing strong, fight the power. Great. And I'm in between because I already told y'all I ain't shopping, but that's based off of I ain't celebrating Christmas or any of that. But I'm also focused on building house and trying to get everything in order. So if you're shopping, please go look and see if there's anything in there. And if you're shopping and there's something that you just want to patronize my store, let me know. I'll put whatever you are requiring or requesting in there so that you can get it. And thank you for everybody that is helping, because I am an affiliate. So I do earn from qualifying purchases at no cost to y'all. But yeah, I'm thankful for everybody that has been, going in and purchasing. And that's all I got. Talk to y'all later.